Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about Paap Kartri Yoga and Shubh Kartri Yoga. See, Kartri means something which has been cut by a knife, and Paap Kartri means something which is malefic for you and it has been separated, and Shubh Kartri means something which is good for you and it has been separated. Now, as per this theory, whenever a given house is surrounded by a malefic on either sides, that is on the 12th house to it and in the second house to it, then that house becomes a Paap Kartri. So that house will undergo sufferings. And if a house is surrounded by a malefic by a benefic on the 12th house to it and on the second house to it, then that planet comes under the Shubh Kartri Yoga. Now let's first talk about the Paap Kartri Yoga. What happens in this case? First of all, this can happen to any house. It is not only restricted to your Lagna, that is the ascendant. This 12th house lordship of a malefic and the second house lordship of a malefic can happen on any house, and that this kind of presence can spoil that given house. Suppose, let's start with your ascendant. If your ascendant has Mars in the 12th house to it and Saturn in the second house to it, then your ascendant has come under the Paap Kartri Yoga. So what will happen is the ascendant, the person who is the ascendant, will undergo sufferings in his life. There will be some kind of shortfalls in that person's life. It is just like a similar situation when a person is standing and both his hands are held tightly by a soldier on either sides. So what will happen? The person will not be able to move. The person can only make restricted moves. The person will undergo some mental sufferings and mental torture and physical torture also. So similar is the case of the house or the Lagna when this Paap Kartri Yoga is happening. The person will have restrictions in his life. The person can have health issues. The person can have some habits which are not good for his health, but the person is not able to overcome those habits. Then the person can become prone to medicines. Then the other option could be that if, as per the classic text, if there is a malefic on the second house and the 12th house to your ascendant, then it also forms the imprisonment yoga, which means bandhan yoga. The person is now restricted. Similar condition can help to any house which is having a malefic on either sides to it. Now, many people only consider that any given house should be having a malefic on the 12th and the second house to it, but this yoga can also happen in the same house also. Now, I'll explain this to you with the help of an example. Suppose, say in your 7th house, there is a planet which is, say Venus is sitting in your 7th house, and in the 7th house itself, there is planet Mars and there is planet Saturn, and Saturn is ahead in degrees and Mars is in lesser degrees to Venus. Say Mars is in 10 degrees, Venus is in 12 degrees and Saturn is in 14 degrees. Under this condition, in the same house, Venus is centered between Mars and Saturn. So Venus would undergo Paap Kartri Yoga. So this point also you should keep in mind while you are analyzing somebody's chart, that any planet can come under Paap Kartri within the same house also. This yoga is not only restricted to a given house, but it can happen to a planet also. This is one of the conditions. Another conditions could be, suppose a planet like Venus, same example we'll take, is present with 12 degrees in the sign of in the 7th house. Now say Mars is present at 28 degrees in the 6th house and Saturn is present in the 7th house itself, but it is in 14 degrees. Under this condition also, Venus is under Paap Kartri Yoga by degrees, because Mars is almost coming to the 7th house by being 28 in degrees and Saturn is already there in the 7th house under 14 degrees, and Venus's degree is coming in between Mars and Saturn. So Venus will again undergo suffering under this case, and this is also a typical case of Pap Kartri Yoga happening to a planet. It is not restricted to any given house. Now let's take another example. Pap Kartri can happen to any house, as I just told you. Say you are talking about your 10th house. In your 9th house there is a malefic planet, say planet Saturn is present, and in your 11th house another malefic is present like Rahu. Now we all know that Rahu moves backward. So if Rahu is present in your 11th house and Saturn is present in your 9th house, then your 10th house has come under Pap Kartri Yoga. This yoga is more harmful because Rahu is now present in the 11th house. By being present in the 11th house, it is already moving backwards, so its effect would be more felt on the 10th house. And Saturn, which is in the 9th house, is again surrounding the 10th house through its 12th house lordship. Now this is how the 10th house will suffer. The person will face problems in his career, the person will have restrictions in his career, the career would not grow very easily, the person will always face some kind of issue or the other due to the presence of these two planets on either side of the 10th house. Now under the same conditions, if Rahu was in the 9th house and Saturn was in the 11th house, in that case Rahu would not have caused that much of damage because it is already moving backwards, it is moving towards the 8th house here. Then the 10th house would have eventually come out of this maleficence of Rahu and Saturn. So whenever this kind of yoga is happening, you should try to do some remedies of the malefics which are causing this yoga. Suppose in this case only, if the person is facing problems related to his career and these two planets are causing the yoga, then you should do the remedies like chanting or donations of Saturn and Rahu in this case, and you will able to get good results of your 10th house. So this is just an example. Same concept you can apply for any other house. You don't have to restrict to the 10th house. I just gave you the examples so as to make you understand. Now another thing that you should keep in mind is that whenever a given house is having Pap Kartri Yoga, in that case the house lord will also suffer. It is just like a similar condition that a person is living in a house where the parents are not very rich. The person is in shortfall of resources. So that house, say, is under the Pap Kartri Yoga. Then the inhabitants of that house will not be able to freely express themselves whenever they go out. Suppose the inhabitant of that house has been invited to a big party. The person will find restrictions in terms of dressing up appropriately for the party. The person will find some kind of restriction in expressing himself freely when he goes out. Similarly, if a house undergoes Pap Kartri Yoga, then the house lord will have problems related to the lordship and also related to the Karka. I mean, suppose the 7th house is having Pap Kartri Yoga. In that case, the Karak of the 7th house is Venus. So Venus will also not give you good results here because Venus is the controller of the natural controller of the 7th house, and also the 7th lordship would suffer. Suppose you are talking about, say, Gemini Lagna. In that case, the 7th lordship would be of Sagittarius. So Jupiter would be the lord of the 7th house. Under the Pap Kartri Yoga happening on the 7th house, Jupiter will suffer. So the planet Jupiter will also suffer, and the house is anyway suffering due to this yoga. So you should try to remove the affliction of the planets that are causing the affliction to a given house so as to come out of it. Another thing you can do is, if this affliction is happening on the Lagna, then you can increase the vibrations of the ascendant or Lagna by wearing the gemstone of that planet who is the ascendant lord. Another thing you can do is you can do the recitation of the mantras for the planets who are causing this Papkartri Yoga, and you can donate things related to that planet which is causing Papkartri Yoga. So this was about the effect of the planets and on the house. Another thing I would also like to tell you is that if a given planet or a house is under Papkartri, you have to see its position in the D9 chart. Suppose in the D9 chart the ascendant lord becomes exalted, in that case the person will be eventually able to come out of the affliction caused by the malefics. And the Karka, I mean the planet who the ascendant lord is also Karka of certain things, will also fructify eventually if that planet is exalted in the Navamsha chart. So you should never ignore the Navamsha, because many a times some things are not looking good in the main chart, but in the Navamsha they look like improving. So which means that initially the person may have to go through problems in his life, but the person will come out of those problems eventually, because Navamsha is giving a good picture. So it is very important to see the placement of planets and the signs in the Navamsha, and then only conclude what is going to happen. Now under the Papkartri Yoga, similar things will happen, but they will be totally opposite to what I just told you. Suppose your ascendant is surrounded on either sides by a benefic. Now benefics could be Jupiter, Mercury or Venus. These are mainly three benefics. Moon is basically neutral. It is sometimes growing and it is waxing and waning, so it cannot be combined in the category of benefic planets. So here only three benefic planets will come, and when a given house is surrounded by a benefic on either sides, then that house comes under Shubhkartri Yoga. That house will fructify like anything. It is just like a situation where a person is standing and on one side he is holding the hand of a king and another side the person is holding the hand of a queen. So the person is like going to be looked after well by two very influential people. So you are going to get a good support system in your life, and you will be able to come up in life very easily, and you will grow and you will make a mark in your life if you have this kind of combination. And this is very good for the development of any house or for the happiness of any house. It can happen on any house in your horoscope. It doesn't have to be on the ascendant only. I just took an example of the ascendant so as to make you understand. And another thing is that Shubhkartri can happen within a given house also. Suppose a planet Mars is posited in the 4th house, and on either sides of planet Mars there is a benefic in the same house or on the adjacent houses. In that case, the person will be able to have a cordial domestic life, because Mars, whenever it is present in the 4th house, is going to cause problems. But here planet Mars is in the Shubhkartri Yoga. There are two benefics on either sides of Mars. They can happen within the 4th house or they can happen in the 3rd house and the 5th house placement. So here the Mars will give you good results, and all the karkas related to Mars like brothers or property, these matters will eventually give you good results, and this is how you have to study the yoga. So I hope friends you must have followed my video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe my video, and I'll see you very soon with my another video which is on Dasha system of astrology. Thank you for listening.